The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is a bit of a weird game. It is easily among the most beloved and influential games of the last 10 years. And yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. The weird part is that the game managed to accomplish this despite the fact that it also kinda sucks in a lot of ways. And I know every game has flaws and things you could criticize and all that, but Breath of the Wild's flaws are pretty substantial. The shrines all share the same look, too many of the shrines are the same recycled combat trials, the weapons break too fast, the divine beasts aren't nearly as cool as the dungeons in other Zelda games. And I know that some of this is subjective and not a big deal for everyone, but these aren't just my complaints about the game, they are very common when you look at the reception of the game online. But there's this one thing about the game that really bothers me personally, which isn't something that I really hear other people complain about. It's this fucking thing. The title screen of Breath of the Wild consists of some pieces of concept art awkwardly fading in and out of the background while you listen to, well, nothing, because there is no music playing here whatsoever. I'm not a fan of this title screen, I think it's pretty lame and it sucks. You might think that I'm a weird moron for complaining about something as unimportant as this, and I mean you. Right, I guess. But maybe you will better understand where I'm coming from when we take a look at Ocarina of Time's title screen. We see Link with Epona galloping into the screen from the right. The night fades away as a new day is beginning. A beautiful melancholic melody is playing and the title of the game slowly fades in. This is art, this makes me feel something. And yes, I'm biased because this was one of my first games I've ever played and there are a lot of memories connected with it. But I don't think it's just nostalgia. This title screen captures the adventurous and yet also very melancholic feeling of Ocarina of Time perfectly. And this isn't the only great title screen in the series. Let's take a look at Wind Waker's. We start by looking directly into the bright sun in the blue sky as the title logo of the game fades in. The camera glides over the island where you start the game and eventually zooms in on Link, standing on the edge of a cliff looking into the horizon over the ocean where adventure awaits. Honestly, even just this part at the end alone would be a better title screen than Breath of the Wild's in my opinion. I think the only way you could improve this title screen is if you just, I don't know, turn up the brightness to level over 9 million and put so much bloom on it that my fucking eyes start to bleed.
Oh, yeah, that's right, HD remake. They fixed it, yeah.
Seeing Twilight Princess title screen for the first time was something that I would even call a kind of a magic moment. I waited for this game to come out for what felt like 1,000 years to my young dipshit brain back then. And putting the disc into my GameCube, starting the game and watching Link ride over this big empty field, the sky colored in this kinda sickly looking and yet also weirdly beautiful yellow, being partially covered by dark clouds, and the sad, melancholic but also somewhat epic sounding music plays in the background. This was absolute mwah. To be completely fair or precise or whatever, Breath of the Wild's title screen is also simultaneously the main menu. And if we just look at the main menus from the games we just talked about, they are also nothing special. But that's no excuse for this shit, okay. The previous title screens all had this format where you had a video playing while the title fades in at some point. But you also have more traditional ones in the franchise that are also great. A Link to the Past has a wonderful energy and this epic vibe. Zelda 2 has this very nice shot composition with the sword stuck in this cliff in the middle of the screen and the ocean in the background and this beautiful star-filled night sky. There are some other really cool ones like the wonderfully creepy Majora's Mask title screen. But I want to talk about the title screens we got after Breath of the Wild. I actually kinda like Tears of the Kingdoms. While it's pretty simple, the camera is just gliding over some murals that are connected to the game's story, it effectively creates an ominous sense of mystery. It's intriguing, it's nice. And Echoes of Wisdoms is fine. It looks somewhat nice, but it doesn't make me feel anything. It doesn't make me excited to go on an adventure, nor does it make me feel uneasy or anything else. The parts of the map we can see here also don't look all that interesting, if I'm honest, so it also doesn't make me want to explore. It's okay. Neither of these two title screens are something special though. Neither of them are something like this. Nintendo, it's nice that you experiment with new gameplay mechanics for the franchise and try to keep things fresh, but next time maybe also find a time to add something like this. I would appreciate it. Okay, thanks for watching, that's it. Bye.